up?
I work at a bar, and he showed up one day, and he was like demanding to like have an interview, like out of nowhere, and he was like saying because he knows me, and they were like, "Do you know him?" And I was like, "Sort of, but not really." And then he like came back again, and I saw him like in the front of the bar, and then he like stormed away, and he like Facebook messaged me like, who asked for a resume to work at a bar? And I was like, most
a
jobs.
normal fucking bar, like a nice
most
one.
Most fucking jobs.
It was like so weird
because
I'm like,
you need a resume.
Dude, why are you just showing up at my work?
That is so scary, Gretchen. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Well, it's fine now because everyone's like, oh, that
because you're alive.
That guy, yeah, because I didn't die, which is like the key to being a woman in society. You're like, but I didn't die. Interesting.
Okay, Gretchen, your last name is Dietz.
Yeah.
Like Dietz and Watson.
Yes.
That's so fucking cool, dude.
Sorry,
that's
I'm
so
not
awesome.
heir to the fortune.
Oh man, that's so awesome.
I don't know that.
I know. I wish you were, because I love me some Dietz and motherfucking Watson.
Oh, we'd have
hello.
You seem like a bitch who loves cold cuts. That's crazy.
Dude, I love a fucking sandwich. That's why he went. Gretchen sees like Rob pull up with all the groceries in his hand and shit. He was going to get lunch meats, dude. I was like, let's just make a fucking sandwich.
You're crushing it because you have this like dope apartment. You have the laundry and unit, and then you're like, oh, that's just my boyfriend coming with the groceries. I was like,
when does that happen?
Nice.
Thanks for coming on. And then we have Pete Eckenroth.
Thanks for having me, Skater.
Who's been on for the second time. This is your second. How do you like the new upgrades?
Yo, this is such a nicer apartment than before.
Okay,
Talk about
I know.
the studio.
The studio is so rad, dude. Like, the fact that this is a studio as opposed to the place that I've also eaten soup in your apartment. Like, that you have like
so
a
nice.
whole, yeah. Like, you're a grown up, and I support it.
But this apartment is also $400 more than that other apartment.
Deservingly so.
It is nicer. Jay's here to be like, do a Bill Cosby impersonation or something about it. You know, we'll just add that in.
Yeah, right? But no, this is...
Now you see, when they're gonna have sex with the allegedly bunch of women against the will.
I want to talk about tanks.
It's like when the teacher's like, I forgot to print the
tanks.
quiz, and you're like, oh, good.
Oh, we could talk about OCEANGATE.
Oh, fuck it, dude. Bring this shit up.
We all are caught up with OCEANGATE.
Like
the submarine.
Vaguely.
I mean, in the sense that they died, yeah, we're caught up.
That they imploded.
I don't know.
Their
Those
bodies
knocks,
turned into liquid. Are you kidding?
I heard those knocks, man. I don't really know if I believe that. Totally.
Those knocks were 100% ghosts. There's ghosts down in the Titanic. It's 100% confirmed that even the Titanic museum, that the stuff they've taken from the Titanic is haunted. So imagine how haunted the actual Titanic is. You believe in ghosts, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a better answer than ghosts.
All right, so I've been calling the CEO of the Titan submarine. He thought he was the Elon Musk of the ocean.
He doesn't look like a trustworthy man.
No, this isn't him.
That's a news reporter.
This is a news reporter.
I also don't trust most British
Dude,
news reporters either, dude. If
you didn't see the OceanGate CEO guy? Well, you're about to see him right now. Well, you're about to hear what he said in these text messages.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that I saw in this that was crazy, but I think this video is the craziest because here's a text message of a guy being like, you taking that sub down, you're going to kill all those people, man. And he's like, you'll see.
Oh.
He's a total dick. Like, this guy's just a...
What? You mean a guy who wanted to make a submarine on the cheap is a bit of a dick? Yeah, like, you mean to tell me that, like, a billionaire obsessed with submarines isn't a dick? He's an autistic asshole. He's like if Sheldon Cooper was like, it's not good.
Sheldon Cooper wouldn't make a junky-ass submarine, man. He would make that shit legit. Are you kidding? Do you even watch Big Bang Theory?
No, I don't watch Big Bang Theory. I have taste.
You don't watch Big Bang Theory?
No, but Young Sheldon I do. That show's a banger.
Okay, how are you gonna say Young Sheldon is a banger and
Young
Big
Sheldon
Bang
is a
Theory
banger because
not?
Georgie is rad.
The first 4 seasons of Big Bang Theory is solid.
Okay, I'll give you that. I have no official dismissal.
It's when they
of
get
that.
girlfriends when it kind of ruins it.
That's every male friendship, dude. When they get girlfriends, it kind of ruins it.
It fucking Yoko'd them.
Yeah,
fucking Yoko
dude.
Ono'd them. No, they added fun. I love Penny. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, the CEO thought he was like this innovator of like the future. He really thought he was the Elon Musk. Like, do you know about Elon Musk? Like how he thinks that his cars are super self-driving when they're totally not. And he basically brands them as self-driving cars. They're 100% not self-driving. But he tells people that. They're not.
I don't know if that's true.
They're
Claudia?
not fully self-driving cars.
Yeah, they're not fully self-driving.
They're not there
like,
yet. The technology's not there. But he tries to say that they are.
I kind of
You gotta watch that documentary.
Okay.
What? Tell me.
I mean, I don't know. I've been in enough Teslas that are like on like the auto thing that like I don't know what you mean that they're not. I mean, we've all seen the video of the people fucking in the driving Tesla. Like what?
I do watch those.
I know,
a lot.
that's what I'm
love them.
saying. So don't
But you can
act like
fuck in a regular car like that the
While
same
it's
fucking
moving?
way. Yes, there's autopilot on regular cars.
Oh, I don't.
There's auto control on regular cars when you're like driving
Cruise
cruise control.
You fucked in a cruise control car?
No, I'm saying there's,
Yeah, right. Like that sounds like a crazy take.
but you could the same
No,
way. It's
I
just
don't
a
think you
little
understand how
safer.
cruise control works. Cruise control, that's a whole plot on Anchorman 2. The cruise control does not steer,
Yeah, I
it
like
just
that that's
regulates your
You're
speed.
like, if I can't fuck in it, don't tell me the technology's there.
I'm saying that Tesla, I've seen the videos of them fucking in moving Teslas that I think the technology is
He's
there.
he's talking about those Pornhub bits where the
I
guy that
haven't
fucks in the
watched
Teslas.
Not only the news, but also these videos you're referencing. But
Claudia, vouch for me on this one. You've seen them while
They're
it's moving.
so hot.
The
I
car's
love
moving.
them so
the
much.
car is moving. So
The
don't
car,
you-
it is. It's a Tesla, and they're
Yeah,
driving.
I mean,
It
it
is
sounds
true.
like the hot
They
part
are
of a
self-drive.
movie.
They're self-fucking. They're self-fucking.
They're not self-fucking. They're fucking as a team.
oh wow.
Oh, those are good. Strongly suggest, because they're fun. They're crazy. You're just like, and honestly, you're watching it not really for the sex. Be like, I can't believe they're fucking
You're
in
watching
this
it for the
car.
technology, aren't you?
Yeah, dude.
Kind of, actually, because you're like amazed that they're like fucking in this car, like while it's driving.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched that video for the same reason I have a subscription to Wired magazine. Like, I just love trendy
But
tech.
those cars cannot be fully identified as self-driving cars right now. They can't. And they're not for a reason, because the technology's not there.
We also-
Basically, a Tesla is a car with cameras 360 around it with like, those backup cams?
Yeah.
It's just a car with cameras all around it. That's
yeah,
it.
I just got a new car, not a Tesla, but it's a that's a regular Toyota Corolla. But
Sweet,
they have
dude.
like cool safety features on new cars now, where they have like the lane. Have you driven like any new cars lately? The lane
lane keep?
thing. Yeah. So like if you start to like kind of go over the white line on the edge of the road, it'll like veer back. Like you can feel it pull back. It's crazy.
Scary.
I know.
Yeah, I find that shit so upsetting. Like, I intentionally, like, I think I'm only going to be driving base model cars forever.
Do
You
you?
look
I'm
like
like-
someone who should drive an old car, and I don't mean that as an
Yeah,
insult.
because
Oh yeah,
it's
like a
cool way,
70s
yeah.
like cruiser.
Yeah. You came in here like I just got off the train. I smoked a cigarette. I'm like, you should have an old car.
Yeah,
It's your vibe.
yeah, dude. Well, before I'm with
You
the
should have
Philly,
a car
and-
that's brown.
You
had
should have
an
a whole
84
car that
Monte
represents your
Carlo.
penis.
What would that look like, Pete?
He's like brown.
Yeah,
Exactly what you were describing.
Yeah, I'd say like a brown 1977
Like, it would be a
Chrysler
huge
Corvette.
long car.
Yeah, right.
Or-
yeah, I'm thinking,
or
right?
what
That's
is-
it. It'd be a Cadillac Eldorado.
They don't even make them like that anymore.
Why
They don't
was
make
I
them like
thinking
that
of-
anymore.
What? What's that long
limousine?
jacket? And
Oh,
what's the
cake?
car? Yeah. What's the car that he says? In a white
Wait,
Chrysler
that's-
LeBaron.
that's a tiny little car.
Oh,
that's
Pete should
ironic.
be driving like a long Cadillac and also be wearing like some kind of tan trench
There
coat.
should be
A
fucking
pimp?
horns on the front of my car.
Gretchen a pimp.
I'm just working out some ideas. He doesn't hate it, so.
What is that?
I was trying to get you dap up. You're like a pimp. I was like, yeah, I am a pimp, bro.
Is that your pimp hand? I don't want to slap it
From
if it's
the
too
past.
strong.
He's a
It
pimp
is
from the
too strong,
past.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad we created a new aesthetic for you.
Thank you.
That's what happens when you have like
Your
couple
pimp hand
ladies
is
in the
that
room.
strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's how the mustache came about. Some lady was like, "You should get a mustache." And
People
I was like,
love
well,
your mustache.
I know.
Can we talk about that?
Go
The
for it,
ladies
dude.
love it.
I don't know why.
I think they literally see your mustache and they want it all over their pussy.
Oh my god.
Maybe because it looks like their pube hair, and they're like, maybe it'll just be like twinsy. It'll like create friction.
Well, you don't want to be velcroed into somebody. That's like a real.
It's like static coming.
Yeah.
It's a very classic mustache.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the 80s, 90s mustache.
Yeah, well, I feel like a anorexic Magnum PI.
Yeah.
It's working for you.
Thank you.
Keep it.
Thank you.
All right, let's watch this video. Anyways, the CEO's a total fucking dick. Watch this.
Now, the BBC has seen email messages showing that warnings over the safety of OceanGate's Titan sub were repeatedly dismissed by the CEO of the company. The messages were exchanged with a leading deep-sea exploration specialist. In emails sent in 2018, Rob McCallum warned Stockton Rush, "I've given everyone the same honest advice, which is that until a sub is classed, tested and proven, it should not be used for commercial deep dive operations." He went on, "As much as I appreciate entrepreneurship, innovation, you are potentially putting an entire industry at risk. So I implore you to take every care in your testing and sea trials and to be very, very conservative." A few days later, OceanGate Stockton Rush replied,
This guy,
"I've grown
doesn't he look like
tired
such
of
a dick?
industry
Oh, he
players
looks like a
who
villain.
try to use a safety argument to stop innovation and new entrants from entering their small existing market." He told Rob McCullum, "Since Guillermo, the former
He's money
co-founder
hungry.
of OceanGate, and I started OceanGate, we have heard the baseless cries of 'you are going to kill someone' way too often. I take this as a serious
I'm
personal
sorry.
insult."
Quoted, he put that in
The
quotes.
next day,
You're
Rob
gonna kill
McCallum
someone.
replied in the starkest
Their
terms,
company's
"I
literally
think you
called
are potentially..."
Sorry to talk over it.
The what?
Their company is literally called OceanGate.
I was gonna say.
It
the
already
same
sounds like a
thing.
scandal.
Yeah. Right. Like, you don't.
OceanGate.
Watergate. You know, I mean, it doesn't play well. you
Yeah,
know?
dude. Stockton Rush too. He sounds like a bad pop punk band. He doesn't sound like a guy you should trust with $1 billion
He looks
investment.
like a white collar criminal, like in a textbook.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like a bad guy in an episode of Suits.
I think because like obviously I've been watching every video I could possibly can, and one other guy was supposed to be on this, and he talks about how right before he was like, this doesn't feel right, like the contract they were signing, and he backed out. So he had to refund him that money and was trying to get someone to take his spot. There's like text messages of him. So I really think he knew that the sub was not safe enough to go down, but like he didn't want to refund anybody their fucking money. I really think that's generally what it came down to.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was just like the wildest murder-suicide ever. But it's like everybody knew this had to have happened. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they heard it already. They already knew on Sunday what happened. They just didn't tell us till they found the stuff, which is fucked up too. Because they heard it happen on Sunday, explode,
Ew.
and they didn't say anything about it until they found them. And they searched and actually put money into the search when they already know for 4 days.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm glad I'm not rich enough to have this problem.
Of course.
Dude, I'm fucking.
I wish I was
wanna-
rich enough to
yeah,
have this
that's what I'm
problem,
saying.
dude.
You just don't want to stack my bread. I was like, man,
It's like you're saying, like someone like took a rocket to space and it like fell apart. I'm like, again, like not something I'm gonna encounter.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like going on Mount Everest.
Yeah.
But you don't collect your body. You leave that shit there. You decided on your own to go climb Mount Everest.
Yeah.
It feels old fashioned. A submarine accident though. Like what's next? Like a blimp.
I don't know, but I know something. I love the movie Titanic. That's what I know.
Oh,
That's what I've
yeah.
learned from all this. I still love that goddamn movie.
It's a solid flick.
Solid. It's
Yeah.
more than solid.
It's a solid flick. Too
I might
long.
be older than you guys, but I saw it in the theater.
I saw it in the. You're
They
not older than me.
re-release it all the time. You
know how many times I saw that in the theater?
It in the theater.
3
3
times.
And I was very small. I probably didn't even. I understood.
Yeah, I
'cause-
remember my parents like they're gonna be like boobs in this movie if you guys can handle it. Like telling like me and my brother.
Oh, my mom
Could you?
did not say that to me.
I don't care.
I mean,
Yeah,
she
I'm like,
also made me like. I went and saw Scary Movie 1 in the movie theater. I was like 5.
Oh,
My mom
so
did not give a
your
shit
mom
about-
was a little reckless. That makes sense.
She just was very, like, I'd rather have my kid, because people did judge her for that, and they're like, really, you're bringing her into this rated R movie? And she's like, I'd rather have my kid see a pair of tits than see some guy's head get chopped off or somebody shot with a gun. It's titties. Like, she's like, I got titties. They suckled on my titties. We're women, too, which is different, I feel, for us. Like, we're going to see titties.
Yeah.
We're going to grow the titties on our chests. My mom, it didn't, like, fuck me up in the head or anything. I'm actually really normal because of that.
My grandma did accidentally take my brother and I to see the movie Air Force One in the movie theater when we were, like, really small children.
I never seen that.
It's a very violent, like, there's a lot of assassination happening, but we were like, this is so cool.
It's one of the sickest Harrison Ford
movie
movies.
with grandma in the 90s. Like, ooh, so good.
Yeah, I was really into Kill Bill when I was little, too. I watched Kill Bill. But that's, like, silly. That's like your head gets sliced off and your blood's like coming out. Like, that doesn't really happen in real life. You do know that, right? Like, when your head gets chopped off, it doesn't look like that.
I don't know, man. I've never watched that happen in real life. So.
You've never seen beheadings, dude? Come on.
You guys are going to be like, we have some videos for you to watch.
Also, for the record, though, I've seen beheading videos, but they're always lying down. You know what I mean? They're not. I don't know what happens if your head gets cut off while you're standing perfectly straight.
No, I've never seen a beheading video. I'm just kidding. I've only seen, like, those fake samurai swords videos. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. And me and Rob talk about this. We have differences on how we would raise our kids. I'd be the total chillax mom, and he'd be the uptight one, honestly.
What you mean to say that the man who's balding at a young age would be uptight? That's crazy, dude. I never saw that coming.
Yeah, you had Jewish mom.
Yeah.
There was one. I don't know
That's
if I should be saying
apparent.
this. There was one time.
Talk about your boyfriend's mom on the podcast. That can't go wrong.
Yeah,
there was one time. I think I've talked about this before. No, where first of all, I talk about my fucked up life all the time. Like, I didn't have the greatest, like, you know, obviously, like, roses and butterflies. And he, like, had a really, like, he's lived in the same house his whole life. His parents are still together. Like, so I always think of him, like, living this, like, dream life. And then one time he's like, yeah, you know, well, like, mom, like, you know, she, like, wouldn't let me go outside. And I was like, what? And it was, like, so casual. He's like, yeah, like, you know, because she was, like, scared all the time that I would get hurt, you know? So, like, we couldn't go outside. I'm like, damn, all this time I thought my mom let me do whatever I wanted was fucked up, but really, I could have been the opposite. You could have had it. You can't have it both ways.
Carl Weezer, like.
Dude, yeah, actually.
Like, I like llamas. I like llamas and playing guitar.
And I was like, damn, that's sad. It just hit me like bricks. And I was like, I was outside all the time. My mom didn't know what the fuck we were doing, right? Like, I mean,
where'd you grow up?
Emmaus, like Lehigh Valley.
In the town. It's a nice little town. You can kind of run around there.
Yeah, like, it was, like, pretty safe, you know? Like, we would always be outside, right? No one else?
Yeah, always. You just riding my bike around South Jersey as a youth. That was it. It was just
right, yeah. Did you see mid-90s? Were we talking about this?
Yeah, I think it's a creepy-ass movie. I
liked it.
It's creepy? Why?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Because she fucks.
Yeah, something about,
but
like, a fucking...
she's not supposed to be that
something
old.
Like a 12-year-old boy fucking, like, a 17-year-old girl. Is like, yeah, there's no cool about that. That's, like... Just like a super strange thing for Jonah Hill to.
Fucked up.
And also, you gotta watch I watched the movie after watching the sneaker shopping with Complex. Like with it's like Jonah Hill and the kid from mid-90s, and Jonah Hill is way touchy with that kid, and I'm like, I just don't like it. I think Jonah Hill's a pedophile, and that movie made me confirmed my beliefs.
Did you see the movie, Gretchen?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that creepy.
I thought it was real. Because that happens, like, to men a lot, I thought. Like, older women taking their virginity.
Yeah.
And I thought he just finger blasted her. Because they said that he just finger blasted her, I thought.
Yeah, well,
did he take her virginity?
I kind of thought that was the implication.
I don't remember. I just didn't take that movie that seriously. I was like, this isn't, like, a real story. This is, like, an aesthetic. This is how the 90s, like, felt. And I'm like, oh, cool vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. I'm not like,
liked it.
There's other movies where I'm like, what does this actually, like, mean? And that one I was like, this is someone's, like, little project they made. This is fine, you know? Like, whatever.
I liked the silence
The silence of the 90s.
of the movie.
Yeah, that there was
Like how you just heard the and then you
Yeah.
just like heard the sounds and like I thought that was really cool.
Any skateboard sounds are very arousing for me as a comedy. Doesn't take a lot.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So-
Sorry. I figured you saw it. I should
Just
have
silence and like skateboard sound. I'm like, you have my attention.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that movie which I love. Oh my god, have you ever seen about the guy who lost his hearing because he played the drums?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a sick movie.
That scared me.
I was so scared. Sound of Metal.
Yeah.
That movie was so beautiful and you didn't hear anything at all most of the time, right? It's just like you don't need a script necessarily, like this talking back. We're so used to like that Quentin Tarantino style of like, oh, let's banter, let's have this crazy writing. It's like you really don't need that to make a good movie. And that's what I thought that brought to me. Because at the beginning I was like, does this movie have a plot?
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Yeah, I feel like that was the difference between like, I think that's why I didn't like going to film school, was because I was like, everybody was like, no, I like
Don't go to film
these.
school.
I was like, I love these movies that no one says anything, and I went into this being like, nah, I like Owen Wilson projects. Like, what are we doing?
I
here?
would
Like,
not
I
have
like a silly
survived
goose.
1 year in
Were
film
you a
school,
film
dude.
major?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, I work for a railroad company. I'm not.
Again, with the past, the railroad.
I would never have lasted 1 fucking month there because I probably seen more movies at that age, at 18, than any of those fucking kids had ever seen.
Well, the problem is they don't like movies. They went to film school because they thought that they can do it better. So, like, I went to film school because I was like, I've seen 7 movies that I don't like ever. I was like, everything else, I've been like, this is at least tolerable. And then I got there, and everyone's like, there's only been 8 good films ever made, and the last one was Serbian,
really
and it was in
enjoy it.
1977. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's about in a movie that makes you feel some sort of enjoyment or that you like. That's it.
Yeah.
If the movie fucking entertained me, and I'm like, you know what? That movie fucking entertained me. That was a good ass movie. There's movies where I've turned off that are like award winning. That I'm like, this shit was boring as fuck.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't think that, like, most people just, I think that's the argument against, like, thinking that, like, comedy is art, is that it's like, no. The goal isn't always thought provoking.
Well, comedy is art.
It is
I was
art, but
like,
like
I
when
might
you
have to
start thinking of yourself as an artist,
Whoa.
like if you take yourself too seriously, you stop like doing shit that's cool.
But
And-
also, I agree with that. I agree that you should enjoy it and have fun with it. But I also think that there's like comedians who take it seriously as in they want this as a job. And there's comedians that like do comedy because it's fun.
No, definitely. And I don't mean taking it seriously. I mean taking yourself too seriously. In
Right.
the sense of like nobody wants a fucking Nanette. You know what I mean?
Or
And,
Shay from
or-
Sex and the City.
Yeah, but it's like fucking like
Shay Chavez.
I'm trying to think of a good example, but it's like there's no reason that Jonah Hill, the goofy sidekick guy, should have ever been like, nah, man, I need to make like a serious vibe film. I need to make my gummo. And it's like, no, dude, you're the goofy dude.
I thought the movie was kind of funny though.
Good ass time doing something else.
Because I wrote a script and it's not necessarily like funny. There's like funny elements, but it's like you could still. That's the thing. You could still be a comedian and do drama. You could still be a comedian and do horror.
Other shit. That's fine. That's one thing. I just mean that like don't like I'm talking more like
I think
Jonah
he's
Hill's
cool. I think Jonah
interviewing
Hill
his-
just entirely is a whole different story.
That's I'm specifically trying to talk shit on
we're
Jonah
like,
Hill right
you
now.
don't like Jonah Hill.
I don't like Jonah Hill.
and we understand that.
That's fine.
Yeah, I get
I don't
that
fuck with Jonah
because
Hill,
he.
He's interviewing a psychologist on Netflix. Like, why are you doing that, Jonah?
That's
No
what
one
happens when
asked
you get
to do
nominated
that.
for an Academy Award.
Yeah, it's
Hello,
like-
that's
it's
switched.
like Matthew McConaughey's like intellectual discussions, and you're like, you're a handsome cowboy.
I like Matthew McConaughey's
but you
intellectual
don't have to be
discussions.
smart.
dude.
Like,
Okay,
about that.
but also,
It's a
have you ever
way
heard
Gretchen
Matthew
said
McConaughey's how he got discovered story?
He's like at a gas station or some shit.
He was sitting at a bar, and somebody walked up to him and was like, "You could be great in my movie." And you know what movie that was?
Oh, Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and
Yeah.
fucking Confused. That was his first
And
movie.
he was great in it.
It was great, but also that never happens to anybody in the world but Matthew McConaughey. Like that,
Oh.
people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's gonna happen to me." I'm gonna sit at this bar and this guy's gonna pick me up for fucking the next hit.
That's why I'm at 2 Street. I'm like, someone say it. I've been waiting.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's the whole thing. Like Tony Braxton got found singing at a gas station while she was pumping her gas. It's shit like that where it's just like, if you.
Is it true? Is it true? I don't know if
people have these delirious
I feel like that's
ideas.
something of the past, though. Or like, I feel like there's models that are like, yeah, I was just like shopping at the mall, and someone was like, you should. Like that, I feel like that's a story you hear all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Is it true?
I don't know.
Or was it? I was shopping at this mall, and it was the same mall where my mom was taking me to the audition, and we've been on 200. My mom's dragged me to. Like,
we're basically
what's the
like,
real story?
We don't like Jonah Hill, and how do we get discovered? It's like a very
he was though Jonah Hill was in that school and brought up that in that school that everyone famous went to.
No, I know.
He's a great actor.
Hey, I love Moneyball still.
I
He's
love
so good
Dude, that's
Moneyball
one of my
that
top 5 favorite movies.
So good, dude.
I love it.
I'm trying to go to Oakland before they like knock down the Coliseum next year.
I love Wolf of Wall Street. I love him in Wolf of Wall Street.
He is funny.
He's so good.
That is a good movie.
And
too.
I mean, I'm sorry, Superbad is one of the best comedies
Superbad's
of all time.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I read that script too, and it's so good.
You
It's
read
really-
the script?
Sometimes do that. It's so much fun. There's free scripts online that you could just read the whole
I
script.
would never
And then
have
some
thought
are
to do
super
that.
different from what they really are.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
'Cause sometimes the actors just take over and do stuff. But Superbad's like
Al
golden
dente.
script. Yeah,
Some
yeah,
things
yeah.
you can tell, like really good comedy movies were like so well written. Like
Judd Apatow.
I rewatched The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I was like, yo, like jokes per line for a movie. Yeah, solid.
That is a lot of keep it rolling. 40-Year-Old Virgin is a lot of keep the camera rolling, and they keep saying funny shit, and they just let it roll. That's not script.
You think they were improvising?
That's 100%. You could tell because even the Kelly Clarkson thing is he said a whole bunch of other things, right? Like they just were like keep going. They said 100 things and Kelly Clarkson's was landed. Like that's super funny. That's also like a whole different era of talent. You have to be talented to just improv like that. Adam Sandler does that for his movies. Adam Sandler movies, it's a lot of just like keep rolling and just say funny shit with each other and just like be stupid.
Yeah, fucking.
That's how this is.
That's how podcasts are, baby.
Basically.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's something too. Like I feel like sometimes I don't get why people improv as much as they like. Just do the thing that's written on the script. Just like if people write, these writers write things for a reason.
Well,
you know?
I did.
But
like
if you're writing it too, then
what if the script's bad though? Because like I did like a little bit of radio stuff. Because someone told me they liked my voice, which I was like, really? Because I listened to the tapes.
Oh, were you discovered in a record store?
Discovered by an old man comic.
No one's ever gonna like their own voice. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
you'd have to be like extreme narcissist.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, when I hear recordings of my voice, I'm like,
I start to jack off.
But the radio sent scripts, and some of the scripts were so bad that when I was reading them, I started to like just say different shit, like not even thinking about it. And they were like, run that line back, and I was like, oh, I have to say like that terrible shit someone wrote. That's so bad. And then they sent like some improv stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna suck because like I'm not an actor, I'm not an improv person. I've always been like a quiet writer, but the improv ones are fun because you can just make it up.
Right.
So like it's weird because I would think like the script would be the strength, but unless it's really good, it's like limiting.
Facts.
So we should all do like an improv comedy movie together.
Let's do it, dude.
No, I definitely feel like I would be the person who'd be like, stick to the script to a degree.
Well, it's just like you need to have like
between.
an outline. You know what I mean? But like I don't like it when there doesn't seem like some things are funny, but if there's not like building to a thing, that's how you end up in situations where movies don't make any fucking sense. And there's enough movies that I'm like, this doesn't really make any fucking sense.
Like what?
Well, that's the plot, yeah.
Yeah, but like when you're like improving that
what's
much.
like a movie that you're like, this sucks?
Oh.
There's so many.
There's like
For you?
No, there's like 3. I love most
really?
movies. Yeah.
Oh.
I like.
No, I can't relate to that.
Uncut Gems. I hated.
What? I love that.
I
movie.
hated Uncut Gems too.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
But I fell asleep, to be
love it.
fair.
Serious question.
Okay.
What would you just scale 1 to 10? What is your resting anxiety level?
I don't know. I usually more of a depression person than an anxiety person.
See, maybe that
Yeah,
hyped
'cause I was
you
gonna
up
say
in
I'm
a
like a
way you're
4.
not
I
used
guess
to.
I'd say
Not
I'm
that
a 4.
anxious, really.
Yeah.
I would say I'm like 7 out of 10 anxious all the time, which is
Isn't
why
that a good
I
thing, though?
paced-
The movie would be thrilling.
So that's too much for you?
Oh, I was literally just like, what the fuck is the entire movie? I was just so
Ooh.
being like, what is happening? None of this makes sense. And then it all makes sense at the end, but I was so confused and annoyed and anxious.
Interesting.
By, like, a
I
third of the
love
way
it. It's
through.
like intoxicating. Like if I think about that movie, I like have to watch it. And then I'm like,
I'm
I
gonna
still love
rewatch
it.
it because I
probably
don't
should
fear
give
that
it a
I fell
rewatch it.
asleep and I was just tired. I fell asleep and I never tried
She's
to watch
not
it.
anxious. She fell asleep.
I
during
saw
it.
the
You're like
Weekends.
sweating and shaking. She's like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
fell
what
asleep.
the
I
fuck
saw the
are you
Weekends
doing?
part in it, and then I was like, "Good, I can fall asleep now." 'Cause
Yeah.
that's why I watched
That's
it.
pretty late in the movie, though.
Nuh-uh, he's
No,
in
it's
it like
like-
25 minutes in.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
he's
the
it
bathroom.
again.
With Julia Fox in the bathroom. Yeah.
I thought that was like later in the movie.
That's the only thing I remember.
I think you're so traumatized by it that you forgot the plot line.
It was weird seeing Adam Sandler too. I didn't think he was like that great of an actor. I thought he did a good job.
Kevin Garnett was the best part.
Yeah.
Dude, KG was so sick.
I don't remember.
Wow,
The
that's
basketball player.
well, that's a good
Fine.
answer though, because that's like kind of an extreme movie. Because if I'm like, what don't you like? If it's like a movie or like a food or something, and it's like this, you're like, oh yeah, well that's like an intense thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know?
fucking lot.
I would
really
like
that.
an intense movie. Like,
If you're like, I hate Legally Blonde, I'd be like, wow.
That would be a strange take.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah,
like,
Legally
That's a
Blonde
great
is so
movie.
good, dude. Well,
Yeah.
I broke my hand in high school and they gave me Percocets, and I took the only Percocet I've ever taken, and I just ate a Frosty and watched Legally Blonde, and it was maybe the greatest hour and a half I've ever had in my life.
Sounds nice.
I was like, this is a sick
I
time.
love that for you.
Yeah, I love it for me. I'm tearing up sick with that, dude. It's such a good
Are
time.
you crying,
dude? Yeah, dude. A Perk 30 and a Legally Blonde.
Oh, this
and
is awesome.
Jesus Christ, are you sure it wasn't trauma?
2 women on the podcast. The man cries.
I've never had this happen on Kiss Off.
No, I don't think. I think those are real tears.
That was a single one to tear for
I think he's just remembering a good memory.
Yeah,
The happy
I was
cry.
like,
Legally Blonde and a Frosty, and it's the tear
Oh,
rolls
that's
down.
so gay.
It's beautiful.
Oh, we're comfortable in our masculinity here.
Gay. Want to watch this Priscilla trailer?
Sure.
Or
Wait, Priscilla like Presley?
yes,
Ooh,
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
it's Sofia Coppola. The girl
Very
who did Marie
weird. She's
Antoinette.
very weird. Could go either way.
Yeah.
I love the way Marie Antoinette looked. But yeah, as far as that movie sucked. but
Sometimes she's a very heavy aesthetics, lower
What's
plot.
I
her
liked
other
Marie
movie?
Antoinette, but also, as I say, I liked every movie. But I remember liking that movie.
I like it too. It's just it
I
didn't really
f-
have a point.
Lost in Translation, which we're still like, what?
But that was a sick movie.
Really?
Is that the
Yeah.
one with
It's Bill Murray and fucking
I didn't really
Scarlett
like that
Johansson.
movie. I support women.
Even if their directors were the most famous male director, or their father was the most famous male director.
I
Yeah, dude.
love Greta Gerwig.
Dude, I love her
I
too.
cannot wait for Barbie. Okay, we're gonna watch this. This looks. I'm gonna watch this
I mean, already I'm in.
because it's gonna look visually super awesome.
Yeah.
So either way, like, sorry, it's gonna sound like shit. He's the guy from Euphoria. Do you watch Euphoria?
I watched a few episodes and then it was like too intense.
Yeah, I've never seen Euphoria, but this seems sick.
I thought the Elvis movie that we had was overrated.
Oh yeah.
I
I was
couldn't
like,
get
it
through
wasn't
it.
that amazing. Like,
What about boys at school? Must be some handsome ones.
Yeah, that looks great. I want to see that.
yeah, I'm ready for that.
Is this now? Okay, serious question. Is this
Oh,
gonna be some
she
Elvis
did-
slander?
She did the Virgin Suicides. That movie is good.
That's a sick
I
film.
have seen that. It's been a
Yeah,
while, but
That's
yeah.
intense.
This is gonna be like I guess it's a book about that she wrote. So, I hope it's fucking Elvis slander because I hated that the movie was so phony.
The movie that had Tom Hanks with the weird accent.
Yeah,
My parents were like,
Zizaba.
Tom Hanks is a god. And I was like, I cannot
I did love the
entertain this anymore.
The movie wasn't good. It didn't really have a point, and he died of a drug overdose. They didn't show that in the movie at all. I felt. I'm like, when is he gonna snort all that? Like, he starts drugs so early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sick. What?
They don't show that in the movie.
Oh, well, that's
It's
kinda
all kind of glittered. It's only about that Tom Hanks.
I want Fat Elvis dying on the toilet eating a sandwich.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that.
Oh well, then
maybe
I'm
in
glad I
this
didn't
one.
watch that one.
You get
Was he really eating a sandwich?
Yeah, I thought he was eating a sandwich while taking a shit.
I think
and
the
that's
sandwich
what killed
is
him.
added.
Well,
But
dude,
maybe
why can't
he liked
let him be
peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
A grilled peanut butter.
Yeah.
And
You
banana
eat
sandwich.
while you're shitting?
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, if you're
inventory
Elvis, you're the king.
Oh no.
It's good to be the king.
management.
Look, give me a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Did you guys see this thing about Zendaya's new movie?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna watch it because it seems insane, but I'm like that's.
I don't get.
I just think that call me maybe either old fashioned or maybe as an aforementioned misogynistic
you
male
don't like
comedian.
a good double
Did I say-
penetration.
I wouldn't marry a girl that I double teamed with my brother. I feel like that would bring up a lot of problems to me.
Well, listen, this is a really.
You know what I mean?
It's
I'm
not
like,
made
that's
up.
insane.
Isn't ready for that hot take.
I'm like, that's insane, dude. I feel like he was just asking for that to be a. Let's watch the trailer. if
Yeah,
you
we're
guys
gonna watch
haven't
the
seen it
trailer.
yet.
I have no idea.
You're gonna see.
You're gonna see it, and I think my take will make more sense.
Because they only showed that clip, and you gotta see the whole trailer.
Yeah, I
To
watched the whole
understand.
trailer yesterday, but
And I love Zendaya. I will watch anything that bitch is in. She's amazing.
Hi. Hey. Tashi Duncan. She's gonna turn a whole family into millionaires. She'll have a fashion
This is a true
line,
story, right?
A foundation.
No? Oh, I thought it was real.
You were incredible today.
Thank you.
I mean, it wasn't even like tennis. It was an entirely different game.
Hey, come hang out with us later.
Want me to come tuck you in?
It should be a
No,
true
please
story.
just keep talking.
How often does this happen? Going after the same girl?
Not as often as you think. We usually have.
She's my
different
type.
types.
So you're saying I should
She's
be
100%
flattered?
my type.
Aren't you
And
everybody's
I'm not
type?
even into girls.
Come here.
Which one of us?
This girl knows what she wants.
He's not in love with you.
What makes you think I want someone to be in love with me?
It's nice to see you lit up about something, even if it's my girlfriend.
Art's got his coach, Tashi Donaldson, who also is his wife.
I'm playing for both of us, Tashi. I think
They're
maybe
all
you're
hot.
disturbed by the fact that she could have been into someone like me
When we were teenagers.
when we were teenagers.
Hey, I
She
love
looks
you.
so good with her short hair like that.
I know. You don't know what tennis is. It's a relationship. We went somewhere really beautiful together. I'm taking such good care of my little white boys.
She looks so mature with that hair, doesn't she?
you planned this.
Not this part.
I am all in.
She looks amazing.
yeah, I
Well,
can't
that's a
can't
given.
rebuff that point.
She looks very mature with the short hair.
Yeah.
Because she is our age. She's 27 or...
Dude, you don't know how old I am.
How old are you?
35.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we talked about being the same age. That's why.
Sure. I was probably like, yeah, same, sure. Yeah. I'm just not gonna
We're close to the same
I'm
age.
not gonna tell anyone anymore.
You shouldn't. You don't look 35.
Everyone just thinks I'm their age, and everyone's like,
True.
all my
I do
friends are
think everybody's
younger.
my age.
So it's fine. Yeah, I'm totally your age. But
I wouldn't think. I think
How-
30.
thank you. Yeah. So how young is too young for me to date?
I don't know, 22.
Yeah.
All right.
19 would be the
Oh,
youngest.
yeah.
Or anything below 21. Because that would be weird.
It feels illegal, even though it's.
But I mean,
technically
22, their boners are fucking tight, bright, young, and ready to fucking go. So fuck it.
Wow.
Men do it.
Yeah.
22-year-old boners, girl. You member.
Seems scary.
Those were some rock hard, sturdy fellas,
Yeah,
ready
they
to
were
go at all times.
very easily excitable.
So easily excitable. So why not? Men do it all the fucking time.
All right, back to the movie.
And women don't even need boners. How does that even make any sense?
Yeah.
Anyways,
This has been informative.
what was your take on that? Everybody in the comments, poor Tom Holland. Like, really? Is that all you have to say is mention her fucking boyfriend, even though she's like been an actress longer than he has and like is super talented? We always have to mention her significant other. Sorry. What do you have to say?
Oh, I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
feel
on
like
behalf of men, speak.
on behalf of men, I think the boys are just making a goof.
It's all no. If it was
I
the
saw
other way
one-
around, no one would be like, "Oh, poor Zendaya." No
Yeah,
one would
they'd be
even
like-
mention that.
Exactly.
Well, okay, it's just like because he's had a stream like the past like 2 weeks. There's been a lot of stuff coming out about him like having been in like a not great spot.
Yeah, he said
And
he was
then
like
we're
wanted a
saying,
different
like,
acting
oh,
role.
No, it's not that. It's that like that he had been like that he has like a year sober now because he had been like being a blackout drunk for 3 years prior to that. And then you realize that while he's trying to get sober, this was going on. I think the guys are trying to make fun about the fact that it's like, well, that probably didn't help. Her making a movie with two hot dudes, the whole plot is that she keeps fucking both of them. Yeah, that's probably
that definitely like is the plot of the movie, which is crazy.
No, I know. So you understand that like, oh, your boyfriend is like, imagine if Rob is like has the shakes because he's going through withdrawals, and then you're like, dude, I'm gonna go write a movie about me blowing your boys. I'm like, that's crazy.
I know, but she already is an actor. So
No,
it's
I
like
know.
part of it.
I
But
know. I'm
also-
not blaming her. I'm just saying that's why it's funny.
But also, now that you're mentioning that, how can like that must be hard in a relationship?
Yeah,
like
I'm sure it is.
That's fucked.
Yeah, how could actors like not cheat on each other? Because like
They do.
I think they do. I think
like,
they have enough money to not care.
It's got to be so easy.
I believe that there's like this some sort of thing that happens that like when you're on set and you have a love interest on set, they get really caught up in the movie that in the character that they're playing. Because don't you find a lot? It's like we met on set.
Yeah.
It's like we had this instant connection. It's
Mr.
like, yeah,
and
because
Mrs.
your
Smith,
characters are like making
you
out every
pretend
day,
having sex with each other,
Right.
and you're like, this could be great to just do.
Like, what was the chances that
Method.
after Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie spent 7 months making a movie that they were just spies trying to fuck and kill each other that were
Yeah.
married? What? How are you not
How
supposed
could
to
you
love
not
that
fall in
bitch?
love?
Like,
Yeah, because that movie was hot.
Yeah, all
hot
of
as fuck.
society was like, no, we get it.
Yeah, we
were
get
like,
it, dude.
Sure.
Leave your wife.
We were like, we
Jennifer
saw the
Aniston
film.
hasn't been that hot in that long, dude. We get it, man. We understand.
We didn't know anyone could be like that hot anymore. We were like,
Yeah.
good for you.
Because every scene of that movie is pretty hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not hot actors. We're just a bunch of.
Well, I don't know.
Speak for
yourself.
Okay, I'm just a nice comedian.
Yeah, I'm just young. I'm still a young, hot, and
Just a young, hot
easily
actor.
excitable.
Oh, okay.
Pete has a boner.
He's got a boner. Damn, dude, I
Alright.
feel like I could present math class or something. That's
Whatever.
funny.
I'm watching that. I thought it was like a true story. Didn't it seem like
Wait,
that?
It's not.
I guess.
No.
It didn't say it was a true story.
Yeah,
in the thing.
I don't think there's any reason for us to believe that was a true story,
I thought
other than it was gripping. You know what
I don't know.
mean?
I just assume a sports movie, it's a movie about tennis, is gonna be like a real, because you know what I mean.
That's fair. We've only ever seen like 3 other tennis movies. They're all based on real.
They're all
things.
based on people.
It's time we got a sensual, disturbing tennis film.
Yeah, when did we get some fucking kinky tennis shit? All right, we're gonna end soon. We're gonna We're gonna
No.
wrap it up because it's 7:50.
Okay, we're having a good time, dude.
Well, we're
chilling.
gonna watch some TikToks,
Okay,
and then we're gonna wrap it. Is that cool?
That's fair.
it's your show.
It's your show.
It
Yeah.
is my show.
We'll just spend a lot of time about wild
Wait, where
shit,
did
though.
you get the name from?
Violent Femmes. Do you know who the Violent Femmes are?
A band.
Yeah, they sing "When I Was Walking." They have another song called "Kiss Off."
Oh, nice.
And it goes, "You can all kiss off."
Up
That's
into
it.
the air. behind my back. I can see you.
It's a good name.
Thank you. I stole it. No one else has it. No one else has. I already checked. No one else has the name but me. And you can't own names. Anyways, I guess you can.
Yeah, you can. That's how trademark.
I'm actually Claudia Kardashian. Okay, so I'm doing like a new segment of TikToks, and this is gonna be like a new segment. It's gonna be like profiles that I like and subscribe to specifically on TikTok.
Okay,
that's it. So this is this girl at Danny Walsh 1, 2, 3 is her TikTok name, and basically. Oh, my stomach's grumbling. I gotta make a sandwich.
Oh, she looks like a woman who walks into my bar and I'm like, just make a vodka soda now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even have to show her the menu.
Get ready.
Okay.
Get ready for this.
So for praise tonight, let me show you what we're drinking. So we're doing
I love her
tonight. So let me show you. Right, start off.
Show me the most disgusting things.
This is strawberry and lime flavor. It's just
what
gorgeous.
Is her accent?
Right, and
Irish.
We're gonna top
Irish,
that
right?
with VK strawberry and lime.
Lame.
That was sick. That.
She looks like a witch.
I need a fucking drink. I swear to God, it's been a long.
This is how she drinks them every time.
Right. First drink of the night. Let's try it.
Just fucking downs it.
Absolutely gorgeous. Sure you knew it would be. Now, who's out tonight? Let's go get fucking lit.
Dude, she does it every time and drinks them like that every time. Drinks them down like that every time. I think it's like a magic trick or something because she goes like this at the end. I'm always like, is she really drinking that?
What do you think?
I think probably.
Sometimes I see people like that and I'm like, you've spent too much time on the internet and you look absurd.
Oh, she looks fucking crazy. And she does these like every day.
She looks like this friend I grew up with's mom. So.
She kind of does look like
she's like a South Jersey mom,
yeah.
Yeah, just like a little gremlin. She's like a little Snooki gremlin. That's what Snooki's going to look like in like 20 years.
That's what they look like in England and shit, though. They tan like that because they don't get no sun.
Yeah, but...
Tan and dress slutty. Yeah.
Let's get fucking lit.
I just was like, I can't figure out what I'm seeing right now.
And that's how my first reaction, those are one of those videos. This is why I love this segment. It's like you immediately click on their profile and are like, what else do you have? And it's just hundreds of those videos.
Just different weird mixed drinks.
Her sucking them down. She's getting fucking lit.
When she like rattled the ice cubes, I was like, you're insane.
I mean, she gets sponsors by now and shit. Like those vodka obviously are like sponsoring her to like make these and she's getting.
Or she's just got a problem.
How the fuck does she drink those? I thought maybe she's faking it, but I don't think so.
Everything about that looked demonic. Her hair, her clothes, the drink, the glassware. It was like horrifying. Show me another one.
Okay. Who do we have?
Like
I love
Snooki Hot Topic.
Do you have TikTok, by the way?
Yeah.
Are you on TikTok?
I have one video on it. Should I post more?
There's this girl who her TikTok page is just for taking shits.
Awesome.
No, in nice fancy bathrooms.
No.
Even radder.
So in this one, I think she's taking a shit at Tiffany's, and I like her because she reviews the bathroom. So she'll go into like Louis Vuitton or Tiffany's or Gucci, and she'll be like, the toilet paper's meh. And she takes
shit on the toilet.
No, but she'll show you like the bathroom. But I believe she is taking a shit 100%. And this is her whole profile. She goes into these and takes shits. It's amazing.
Come take a shit with me. So you guys know how they say pressure makes diamonds? Well, I could feel a 5 carat coming right when I walked in here. I think I've literally Pavloved myself by making these videos. This vanity is outrageous.
Whoa.
And everything in here is
That's
so
crazy.
Tiffany's. I know you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. But more on that in a second. Of course I knew Tiffany's would have a purse hook. Toto is standard in these places, but this one is next level. If I'm being really picky, I wish it didn't open this middle seat for me. My guess is this was installed by a man. I really like this view, but I hope it was mirrored from the outside. Okay guys, this may be the worst toilet paper review so
Oh,
far.
that's
There's
not
no
high-
remote for the
the
bidet,
high
so I had no choice but to use
poops.
it. You guys know I always do a little harmless snooping. This vanity makes the space feel so luxurious.
That is
The
really
sink picture
nice.
is Toto, and they went above and beyond with the matching Diptyque hand soap and lotion. I could literally wash my hand here forever. After seeing that toilet paper, I did not have high hopes for the napkins. But thankfully, they spend more on their napkins than they do their toilet paper. If you're gonna have a small trash bin, you need to be on top of it. This was a really tough bathroom to rate, but I give it a 4.3, which may be controversial. Where should we shit
Whoa,
next?
that was a nice
4.3 out of 5.
I don't know. Shouldn't say. Shouldn't specify her
the
her shit
toilet
tally.
paper really upset me, but I also am wondering if the toilet paper is the only thing that Tiffany doesn't like have their own upcharging for. You
They
know
don't
what I
have
mean?
Tiffany's toilet paper?
Yeah. So like that may be the only thing that they're buying, and so like there might be like a Tiffany collect, like that might be a Tiffany collection toilet.
I hate cheap toilet paper.
I do too.
It's like my thing. It's
I will not skimp on that. Like if I have to wash it,
Never.
I'm like, oh, I'll get like, I don't need like the fancy like dish soap or whatever, but I'm like the toilet paper. Oh no, we're getting like a Charmin, and, like
Yeah,
we're getting
we need
real
a couple
toilet
plies.
paper. Yeah, no.
Scott.
That stuff when you go in like any
Even
restaurant.
Scott is all right. It's the one below that. It's like you can't be buying generic.
How do we feel
fucking-
about Cottonelle with the little ridges? Is that kind of weird?
I could do Cottonelle. I do Angel Soft.
Angel
personally.
Soft
Angel
is
Soft.
the budget middle ground.
1, 2, 3. Angel
It's
Soft.
always the best because I don't want it to be too soft. I don't want it to be where it dingleberries.
When the Charmin is too expensive, the Angel Soft will do. But I kept buying the Angel Soft, and I'm like, do I want the baby that's on this package? Because I'm like, am I being marketed to in a way I don't understand?
Because
they
I
have the
think it's
big,
because it makes you want to protect.
they
the
have
baby
the
on the
angel
package and-
baby on it, and it looks very cute. And I'm like, I go to it.
And also, how old is that baby by now? It's the same baby, no?
The graphic is strong. It's a nice baby. So
Yeah, well, because also like it makes me feel like I'm like there's a baby in the supermarket. Someone needs to take care of it.
I'm just like, I'll take
I'm
this
like,
home.
I will take it. I got it. You can be safe in
I've
there.
always thought the baby was weird because when you're taking the shit, the baby's looking right at
Yeah,
you.
one of the wildest things though.
You're like, I don't need you.
I'll put any other brand of toilet paper on the bottom part of the shopping cart. If I get the Angel Soft, I'm like, we gotta put the baby in like a safe place.
You just want to put it at the bottom of the cart to forget about it and steal
No,
it.
dude, I'm too anxious with that big. I'll steal shit, but I won't be putting it on the cart. That's even wilder. No, I just get my pocket full of M&Ms.
I don't know why, but specifically Target U-Check, I have to steal one thing.
Well, there's
like it's
no-
no other U-Check but Target. I'm always like,
There's no more.
You should be allowed to steal from self-checkout because I feel like it's the commission the store owes you for outsourcing that job.
I had to do the job and bag it myself.
So,
You're
what are
right.
we doing? Like if I don't steal on purpose, but I will say if I scan something and it doesn't scan, I'm like, that's on you. Like
Yeah,
I'm
or
not.
like,
I'm not oh,
obviously-
excuse me, may I pay more money to this corporation? No,
There is no way.
No.
I am truthfully telling you how many vegetables I have in my shit, or like,
Oh, yeah.
like if I have a holding of bananas, I have one banana. Like I never play with.
Have you
that
ever
shit.
gotten like called out on it?
Nope.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
And I used to live next to a Target and go there once a week and at least steal. And like by one thing I meant literally it'll be like something.
Claudia's
this big.
leaving Target with like 8 bags. It's like and 11 cents for one banana. That's the
Oh.
receipt. Nice.
Yeah, my like
Fuck them.
Yeah, the best poverty meal in the country is to go into your local Walmart, all right, and then you go and you buy yourself 2 boxes of mac and cheese and as many ramen noodles as your arms can fit, and then you buy those and you steal 3 pre-made chicken salad hoagies while you're in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
You
like.
get home, make your ramen noodles and your mac and cheese. Now you got yourself a balanced breakfast.
And I hate when people are telling you, oh, I've worked at one of those. There's always that person that's like, I've worked at one of those, and they know you steal. It's like, well, I do it every time I come in there, and they don't say shit, so don't make that my fucking
You
bad.
know what the most like percentage-wise stolen item in the country is?
Right.
Successfully boats, like kayaks and shit. Because if you're just walking one out, they assume someone had to bring it down for you. and that you had to have done that already. So
if you see someone carrying a kayak, you're like, they're going to kayak. You're not like, there's a thief.
Yeah, like, but they'll like let you walk right past them because they're like, oh, he's got to put it down. It's gonna be uncomfortable to get him back up. Like someone had to have given him the kayak from the shelf.
I've seen people raid and steal shit. That shit's scary. Like TVs and shit.
I have not seen that.
I'm sorry, Target Corporation. I used to
at Target.
When I worked there, I just pretend like I was helping people take groceries.
Did you get fired from there?
Shout out Target. Yeah, I got fired from Target.
Is that
good.
why?
This episode is sponsored by Target.
Sponsored by Target.
Other reasons?
No, there was a significant other reason. And that significant other reason is I was a designated driver, but there was weed in the car, and I got arrested like in front of like 5 coworkers. So that didn't take long to spread along the office.
At least that was. I thought you were gonna say sexual harassment.
No, that's creepy.
Super proud of you.
No,
more of a Jonah Hill.
I accidentally got somebody fired for sexually harassing me.
Really? But did they kind of deserve it?
Yeah, that sounds like they deserve it. Yeah.
So it was my first week at Wendy's, and they all warned me.
It's fine then. It's not
Wendy's.
I thought it was like in an office.
Bro, that guy was in prison for years.
Story.
Okay, what happened at Wendy's?
So all the girls were like, he has done something creepy to me. He was like a big guy, and he wasn't all there. It was like someone who would like pet the cat too hard kind of guy, and he worked at Wendy's for a long time. And they're like, warn me about him, like, whatever, I'm gonna be nice, obviously. And then the one time I was in the freezer, the walk-in freezer, and I went in, and remember, I'm 16 at this time, so I am stunningly beautiful and extremely skinny. So just keep that in mind too. Okay. Anyways, he walks. So I'm saying it's possible for me to be sexually harassed. No, he walks into the freezer behind me, and then is like standing in front of the door, and he's like this big man, and he's like asking me on a date.
Oh.
In the walk-in freezer.
You can't do that to a teen.
And I'm just like, no. And he's older than me too. And I'm like, I'm not really.
How old was he?
He must have been like 19 or 20. And I was 16.
Okay.
And I'm just estimating.
Yeah.
And I was trying to like get out, and he's like, huh?
Ew, that's so creepy.
In the walk-in freezer.
No.
And if you ever worked at Wendy's, you're in the walk-in freezer and it's cold and you have to go in there for shit all the fucking time. And then I told the girls about it, and they're like, you have to say something, because they said if he gets one more strike of sexual harassment, like, he's fired. So I was like his last strike, and but I had to. That was scary.
You did the right thing.
And they hired him immediately back.
Ew.
He like worked there still. Like after I left, he was working there.
So,
which he's probably done something worse to somebody. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Okay, I take back my interjection.
Just say it.
I was gonna try to make it silly, but now
make it silly.
That is a fun thing. I wonder what's stronger, right? Sexual harassment laws or the American Disability Act? Like, if he's slow, they're like, well, he is slow. Can we fire him? But also, he's being a creep. But also, we can't fire him for being slow, and he's being a creep because he's slow.
And he was that slow.
The teeter-totter of that is probably so hard for the HR department to have to figure out.
First of all, my boss at Wendy's had no teeth. And she was telling
me
what to
Wendy's?
Do in a maze.
Oh, God.
She had no teeth, and I swear to God, she could not count change. And she was my boss, telling me what to do.
That's for the listeners at home. That's how I ended up the manager of a Little Caesars at 18.
Little Caesars is nasty.
Shout out Little Caesars in Camden, New Jersey, on Mount Ephraim Avenue. Y'all were good to me.
Wow. Do you think that woman that reviews the upscale bathrooms is getting rich from these videos?
Definitely.
I think at some point you have just a certain amount of followers. I think. Why is this not doing this?
Also, I think as the voice of men here, I think that there's enough creepy men. I think that there's probably she's probably got an OnlyFans where you watch her take the poop. You know what I mean?
You're right.
You're
absolutely right.
She's commoditizing this. We're only seeing half the video. We never see her talk about the taking of the poop, just the review of the bathroom. And I'm sure there's a whole untapped market that some of the fellows are real into.
You're fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Okay, this video comes from, this person only has 2 videos, and they're these videos: Crazy Salad Comedy on TikTok.
Nice.
Celebrity Wood Brags, and this is a series, and this is the funniest shit, dude.
Okay.
take this in. Just take this shit in.
This was made out of the wood from Winston Churchill's yacht. I'm not lying.
This is a teak bathtub.
It's amazing. It's made by Scottish barrel makers.
So the neck of this guitar was made from wood that was recovered during the renovation of the Chelsea Hotel, which is somewhere I lived at one time.
So we purchased these 3 barns out of Wisconsin that were built by this incredible Amish community a little over 120 years ago.
I bought this in New York, this bathroom door, and it was in Jackie Onassis' building.
These doors are actually from Nepal, which is really cool.
The moment that I knew that this was the place that we
This
would
is a
raise
rich
our
thing I
kids
never
is
knew.
this
I love it.
300-year-old oak tree.
It's a sewing box, and it was owned by the one and only Anne Margaret.
We do also have like a lot of teak.
The body was from an old bar called Chumley's.
This cabinet,
It was in one of the oldest castles in Sweden.
It was also all teak.
And then just wood, heaps and heaps and heaps of wood. I love wood.
I love the wood that goes around.
The most expensive wood you'll ever see.
My favorite part of this room is really the wood.
Why does he have all
and
that
here's the
wood?
porcelain replication of the stick.
Why?
Okay.
Why are they? Oh, Pete's knows.
Half the fucking shit is all teak.
I'm Googling what teak is.
Yeah. Get back to me on that. But okay.
What's teak?
It's a fancy wood, obviously. I'd never heard of it. But I would say that like half of them are actual cool like mementos. Like you don't need to sell me on memorabilia. I understand why it's cool that RuPaul has Anne Margaret's sewing box. You know what I mean? Like you don't. I get that completely.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what I mean? But like, yeah. What's the and also just having a cool tree is a cool reason to buy a property. I agree with that too. I have no beef against that. But what's the deal with having a barrel for a bathtub, Maggie Gyllenhaal?
The best was the Churchton Winston's thing. Oh my god, and that's like nepo baby extreme.
And the like this door was in a castle in Sweden. I'm like, yeah, it should still be there. Why did you take the castle's door? That's so crazy.
I don't know. It's just like I just think it's just this like wood is just very expensive. Like if you think about it today, like maybe they like to show it off because like us regular folk out here, like our shit from IKEA isn't made of wood. Like
I loved it. This is like my favorite TikTok I've seen.
Yeah,
there's a part 2.
I can't wait.
Can I see part 2?
Okay.
Because it's not really about the wood. I think it's about the story. Come on. Is this an NPR podcast now? No,
Every grain.
Like, if you're like, this is a thing, no one cares. But it's like, this is a thing that used to be somewhere else. Everyone's like, like, you know, it's like.
And also, I think that there must be like, because obviously, like, people design their homes. So I guess like the people who have money to like have these designer homes, they obviously have like the designers selling them on that. It seems like
there's no internet. I don't know what teak is.
Oh, here.
Can you look it up?
I have. Oh yeah. I'm the guy in chair. What is it?
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm Jay's thing.
TEAK.
TEAK.
Is it expensive wood? Oh my god! Thank God there's a part 2. I just wasn't satisfied. You know. Epic tables.
Teak is a tropical hardwood tree species in the family. I can't pronounce that. It is a large deciduous tree that occurs. It's a fucking tree.
Yeah.
Let's see how much.
A hardwood, so it's like it's a good one.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It says one at Home Depot. One is $100. One plank of this wood.
How big's the plank?
We're gonna come back for the next one.
It looks like the plank in Ed, and Eddie, bro.
Like off the deep end.
Can we do an entire bring us back on like 2 weeks and we'll do an entire
lumber
lumber-related
TikTok,
episode.
so I just overhauled the whole studio.
I would love like where would you love like if you had to choose, like if someone was like I could have wood from this, what would you choose like for your table or make it out of? Think about it.
Well, now I just feel bad because Pete's like, well, you took it from somewhere else.
I just want the pieces of the Titan sub.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I want, like maybe as like my desk. would love that. That'd be amazing. It's so iconic.
A haunted metal piece.
Yeah,
there.
you could make that titanium piece into something really slick, and we could reuse it. Pete?
I don't know, dude. Probably like, I don't know. Probably I would want like
Sesame Street.
Fuck you, but yeah, probably.
Why was that bad?
That was pretty cool. Yeah, no, yeah, dude. Someone from the original set of the Muppet Show, or like something. What about a table
The
made
Big
of
Bang Theory
a table
table?
made of broken baseball bats? That's what
I'm
I
missing
want.
all the Big Bang Theory refs. Am I missing out?
No, I don't really like
Do you
the Big
watch
Bang.
Big Bang
She
Theory?
just
No.
calls me. She just called me a nerd. I think.
I like Big Bang Theory.
That's been like one of the main topics tonight.
Yeah.
And
Young Sheldon's sick though. Big Bang Theory not so sick. I fucks with the Young Sheldon.
okay, I would love a wood table. That would be sick.
Out of
You
from
only have a
where?
plastic one? Is that-
What?
From
You're only
where?
using folding tables
Probably
right
like
now?
a barn. I have like a sad IKEA table that was like my art table. So I was like, oh, I could like mess it up with like art stuff. But I'm like, I'm not gonna eat here. Ew. So I just like sit in front of my TV alone, which is so sad.
Jesus.
Eating a salad and like watching like a comedy special alone. Ew.
I've
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah.
It's hard to cook for one. Also, it's so hard just to cook for one.
Also, if you're in like if you're a bartender server, you know, you're just used to like standing like while you like standing and eating something while like staring at a wall, and you're like, oh yeah, that's not how people like eat.
Oh my god,
It's
I
very
miss being
bleak.
a fucking server.
So I have like a wood table to
offense.
sit at. Wow, I have like a new vision.
Made from a barn
New
or
vision.
Probably
made
a barn.
from the scraps of your job after you burn it down.
Oh no, I don't want any of that place near my home. Work-life separation. Probably a barn. I'm from like a small town, so I'll probably become like the exact ladies I made fun of. I'll probably be like, this table was a barn. And this is my collection of baskets. Like, that's me in like 10 years. I'm ready. Yep.
Just have it's a curio cabinet full of little ceramic chickens or something.
Yeah, it's some weird collection. What's the female one though? Because you know when guys get like middle aged, they have like model trains or something.
Those are guys who got autistic. I don't think
Or
You're like,
Legos.
that's not a
like
midlife crisis.
Like
thing.
extreme Legos, kind of like when they build.
Again,
Legos.
you're just naming an autistic thing. That's not a midlife crisis move.
No, this could be or motorcycle.
There we go.
Oh, what's the female version?
Buy
Of
a
like a
horse.
midlife crisis.
Yeah,
thing?
of like a weird
Leave
little
your husband.
hobbyist thing. Like, what am I
Have an
gonna?
affair.
Having
would
an
be-
affair.
Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Knitting.
Or murdering your husband.
I have to find a boyfriend first if I'm gonna have an affair.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
first we do-
okay. I think you should bang a 22-year-old.
Oh, that's what we learned here today.
I think that's what you should do. That's what I would do during my midlife crisis.
Okay, cool.
You don't need a boyfriend.
With all these 22-year-olds out here,
But the only part is they are bad in bed when they're younger.
they don't know.
But that's why they
And
need an
it's
older
so
woman
quick.
to teach them.
Oh,
No one-
haven't
no
I
one's
done
gonna-
enough for that?
No one's gonna jinx. I know you can't.
My
Speak
God.
for yourself, dude. You figure it out.
Yeah, they need
The
someone
boys
to
are
teach.
impressionable. If you just give him tell him what you need him to do, he'll probably be able to do it.
Gretchen!
But
Duh!
what?
I'm doing a kiss off dating game show, and you should
Oh,
be the
God.
lead girl.
Ooh, the lead girl, not just any girl.
Yes, it'd be
You're number
you,
one
the
bitch.
lead only girl, and there'd be 3 men comedians who would do the actual the dating game.
Like the old show.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like kiss off version of that, I'm planning to do
Are they,
for our
like,
Patreon episode.
Cute or?
It's more about like the comedy.
So no.
Well, we have a minute for that because I haven't set up my backyard yet. As you can see, it's
Yeah,
like the fucking swamp village
I'll
out
look
there.
around at our eligible bachelors in the scene.
Bachelor number 1.
You've seen him in every open mic for the past year. Get up here,
dude. Which flannel is he gonna wear today? Okay, Gretchen. Anything? Thanks for coming on Kiss Off. You've been fucking awesome.
Thanks
You've
for
been
having
super
me.
fun. Anything coming up for you?
Coming up, I am doing Mike D'Alto's birthday show at John and Peters in New Hope on Thursday. And I'm doing an all-women's comedy showcase in Pottsville, PA, baby,
Cool.
Friday. Yeah.
You're booked, girl. You're booked and busy. That's what's up.
Thanks.
Follow you on
Instagram, Gretchen Dietz _.
Follow her on Instagram. She's very funny. She has local shows all around Philadelphia area.
Yeah, come to my little shows.
Come to her little skits.
Little shows, big personality.
Yeah.
Big fucking personality. Pete.
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram and TikTok, just Pete Eckenroth. August 13th, we got Gaffapalooza, the tomato open mic.
Is that coming back?
August 13th, returns to Manayunk.
I've never been. I gotta go.
There'll be tomatoes to throw at comics who suck. There'll be fucking a kegger. It's gonna be a sick ass time. Come, bring your friends. Bring BYO tomato. You won't have to pay the
gotta
cover.
bring our own tomatoes?
No, we'll buy the tomatoes, but like
You have to pay for them.
Yeah, comics obviously don't have to pay because you're gonna get walloped by tomatoes. But audience members, it's like $5 donation. But like if you bring your own tomatoes, you don't gotta do that because you're not draining from the tomato fund.
Do you think someone would have the balls to throw a tomato at me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want.
Almost true.
I heard
Claudia,
some
you're
people
a bitch.
like weren't getting tomatoed.
Yeah, some people weren't getting. No, well, we don't make you. We have tarps and stuff
right.
that you can wear, and that's the people we judge. Is the people that are like, I don't want to get hit. I want to I want the trash bag instead of being like, no, you're getting walloped and you just.
But doesn't it stain your clothes? The tomato?
Yeah, wear white. That's what we do. We wear white.
Oh, like wear junk.
Yeah, we wear.
Oh,
I
okay,
wear all white when I host it because I want everyone to see like the spots they hit me.
And like wear some like junky. Like don't wear something like wear a shirt that you can wear.
And comics, it's dodgeball rules. If you catch it, you're allowed to throw back into the audience at the person who threw it at you.
Because what if it's not?
Yeah,
what if it's
it might.
ripe?
You get dodgy.
Not
we buy the tomatoes. We buy the tomatoes 10 days ahead so that they're mushy.
Gretchen is out already.
No, I'll be like, no.
Come for the hang. You don't gotta get hit by tomatoes. No one.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
No one forces you to
get
on stage. It's just like.
But I want to throw a tomato at someone that sucks.
Yeah, they'll be there. It's the only open mic on a Saturday night.
Be there.
It's the only open mic on a Saturday in the city. So you get two types of comics that come out. You get comics that are in on the joke and think this is a funny time, and then you have comics that are just starting and feel like they would blame themselves for not going to every open mic possible. So
like, I guess I have to take this too.
Yeah, like, oh my god, the worst thing there was a comic who like he's a cool guy. I won't say his name, but he was like, hey man, do I have to get by the tomatoes? Can I just do a set? And I was like, I'm sorry, dude. You can go up, obviously. I was like, if you need to be out of here at a certain time, I can get you up early. I was like, but if you want to do a set, you gotta get hit by the tomatoes, and I'm sorry. And he was like, oh, it's fine. He goes, it's fine, I don't want to do it. He comes back half an hour later, and he was like, fine, I'll do it. He goes up, just gets fucking destroyed by tomatoes. As I'm bringing him back off stage, he goes, why did you let me do that? I thought you were my friend. And then just walked directly to his car and left. And I was like,
is he still around?
Yeah. And I was like, damn.
Can't take a tomato.
Dude, you can't fucking, you can't take it. He's also a giant autistic person that did that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Okay. How the fuck did you pull up to the motherfucking party and forget the perks? Perk 10, I just popped the perk 10. Perk 30, I just popped the perk 30. Perk 60, I just popped 2 perk 30s. Perky dance, make me do my perky dance. Perky dance, make me do my perky dance. Perky dance, make me do my perky dance.
The radio stations will like send
Oh my god, I am so sorry. Actually, just leave it. You're never gonna figure it out. You don't have to tell me about that time that y'all drank each other's piss again. If I hear that fucking story one more time.
You said not me.
The radio station looks good. Well, that's all that matters. Because I'm a woman in the entertainment business.
Right. Damn. I love perks. Hey. I love Percocets. Hey. I love Percocets. Hey. I love Percocets. I love Percocets. I love Percocets.